Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing good. Welcome in, Flamin. I do apologize again. For the second day in a row, the stream has got pushed back. Yeah, I'm kind of just on call, for my new job, and when they call and say, hey, I need you here doing stuff until 8:30, then I'm there doing stuff till 8:30, so, I do apologize, but we're here now, and that's what matters. And why do I have a character corpse? Did I die? I guess I did, somehow. That's just how it be, yeah. But I hope you're doing good, Flamin. Welcome, and how are y'all doing? Hope you're doing good. Welcome. We are back with some Factorio. I'm very excited. Today, what is the goal for today? I think goal for today is try to get, because we got, I think, most of the, like, walls and stuff set up, right? If I remember correctly. Check the map here. We got... Okay, no, sorry. We started to get all the walls and stuff set up. We have our outpost set up. How's it going, Sample? How's it going, Silver? Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome in. We kind of cleared out... We ended up clearing out a lot of the bugs, and now we're sort of just, what do you call it? And now we're just sort of looking at where we want to go to expand, which is good. I hope you guys are doing good. I'm wondering if... Because I believe if we want cliff explosives... What do we need for cliff explosives again? Let me check research. Cliff explosives require... metallurgic science pack. The metallurgic science pack requires tungsten, which I believe is actually on Vulcanus. So we are, in fact, working our way towards that. Let me just move that to the front here. Damage less than good. You're the loss of being a nightmare. I'm sorry to hear that, Asapple. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, the good news is they won't be there forever, so you'll be free soon. I'm sure. But I'm sorry to hear it's rough in the meantime. Is it because of the tiger? I imagine it's not because of the tiger. I'm sure the tiger has figured things out. They're jerks. Nothing about the tiger. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, hold on, just 1 second. I apologize, I am back. But I'm glad to hear it's not tiger-related troubles. I think you've had enough of those to last a lifetime, in my opinion, Sample. I think you've had enough tiger trouble for a while, and not even the cute Toradora kind. It's more the $20,000 fine kind, so... I'm glad that that's not being too much of a problem for you. But how are y'all doing, aside from that? Trying to remember what the heck we were doing. So last time, I think I spent most of my time setting up this iron smelter right here. Send a chat in Spanish. You can. I'm not gonna understand it because I don't speak Spanish. I speak absolutely zero Espanol. I know hola, and I know mierda. And puta, I think. Hold on, is that Spanish? Is that Spanish? Or no? It is Spanish! In other words, I know swear words. That's about it. That's about it. And I'm gonna be real, I only know the swear words that they used in Red vs. Blue because that's the only Spanish I remember. It's the only Spanish I remember because I am a very good student for sure. I mean, I never took Spanish in school, so it's not like I just forgot it. I just never learned it, you know what I mean? Alright, sounds good. What I think about tigers, I use the only one that'll probably help. I mean, a tiger could help if you want your in-laws to be literally consumed, but I imagine that would have negative effects elsewhere. I imagine that's probably not the best outcome. But yeah, looking here, I guess we can try maybe getting muy bien, ¿y tú? I'm guessing that's saying I'm doing good, how about you? Because in French you'd say, moi, je, comme ci, comme ça, et toi? Although, comme ci, comme ça is like, I'm doing okay. I guess if I was to say I'm doing good, it'd be, je suis très bien. Et toi? I know French, gross. And in Japanese, how would I say that in Japanese? Oh, Tashi wa Urishi, I guess? Urishi desu? I mean, well, Tashi wa is kind of redundant because it's obvious I'm talking about myself. And then... And I guess it'd be like desu. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how I'd say that. Great job. I know, right? Word for your in your own mouth. Your house. Maria's aunt said Maria was eating like a pig. No, yeah, that's fair. I think no, not what your aunt said. I think you calling her out is 100% fair. Defend your wife like that. That's some absolute BS from her aunt. That is unacceptable. I'm sorry to hear she's doing that. You know French? I know, right? I know, right? Look, I will say I think French is a very cool sounding language. It sounds very snobby. Like, if I was gonna insult someone and call them like uncultured, I'd want to do it in French. Because it's like, whenever I think of a French person, I think of someone like really pompous, right? So I imagine the best way to insult someone if you want to be like a jerk and be like, oh, you're such a lowly peasant, the best language to do it in would be French. Use your French to insult the French you stay hating. I mean, that's honestly valid. Sometimes you just gotta be an advanced hater. I can respect the hustle there. You're bound by blood to talk major shit about the French. You know what? Understandable. I think that's fair. I think that's fair enough. Alright, let's see what our problem is, exactly. Because if I remember correctly, we have an oil processing problem. But I don't remember if we fixed it or not. So we can see if we can fix that. And if we head on over here... Well, we ran out of coal, so I'll just E-link these real fast. Grab these. And then... The American has an oil problem? I know. If only there was a planet or something that had lots and lots of oil I could go take a hand out of. Okay, so good news, at least. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say good news exactly. I guess technically good news. The good news is that I don't have that I'm not getting backups anymore. If that makes sense. Because before we had this problem where I'd get this massive backup of like either light oil and then I wouldn't have enough, or I'd get a massive backup of heavy oil and then it'd stop all production. I no longer have that problem. Now I just have the problem of I don't have any, don't have any regular oil. Which is like which is a different problem, but it's one that's solvable because we have where are the rest of our oil fields? I know we have them somewhere. Jeez, French. That is, I will allow it purely because admittedly the phrase fucking French is a really funny thing for Automod to catch, and I think it's really funny if I allow it. So we're gonna go up here and grab some of this crude oil right here. I'll grab in the tank and kill these bug nests, and then set up a pipeline so I can get oil from here all the way down here. Because I need more. Who knew I need more? Je suis dans ta bouche espèce de includes. I might be wrong, you know. You know what? I don't know what that means, but I think I kept my French pronounce. I worked pretty hard on like pronouncing things correctly back when I was taking French classes in like middle and high school forever ago. But I think I kept the pronunciation pretty well. So many chats allowed because you're a goober. A little bit, yes, a little bit. Some people, like, I think you and Flamin are probably the ones I have to approve chats for the most, because you like to push the limits. You, Flamin, and I'd say Ladle as well, actually. But it's always fun. So, mon frère de Louis. How's it going, trooper? Hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome in. So, mon frère de Louis. Louis is like moon, right? No, Lumine, is it Lumine is moon? I can't remember. Is Louis, that's like, I don't remember. I know I vaguely know that's a word, and I'm trying to remember what it means. But if you're doing good, welcome, welcome in. It means I shit in your mouth, you uneducated pig. Truly French. I could totally see a French person insulting me with that, actually. I would agree that's a very French insult. Just said the most heinous stuff you've ever said. Prepare for the channel for deletion. Unironically, if you ever wanted to get me banned off Twitch, just put something in a foreign language, say, hey, say this, and I will say it without question, because I don't have impulse control. I'd be like, oh, what does that mean? Is that, like, peace to the world? And you're like, actually, that was 8 different ethnic slurs. Like, huh. Maybe I shouldn't be saying random stuff in other languages. But the chat would never troll me like that, right? How's it going, Rocket? Hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome in. You were at one point like 8 years ago. That's still really good, though. I mean, I imagine if you wanted to get back into it, you probably could. Saying that we should make fun of me? Oh. Oh, se moquer, Louis. That's it, because Louis means him. And then se moquer is to mock. That's the verb. Got it. Okay. See, I can remember things. I can remember things sometimes. That's how it feels like translating Latin. Aww. I don't think it's that bad. All right, let's make a tank. I'm on a tank. Man, I love the Lonely Island. Although, I guess because we don't have boats in this game, so I can't say I'm on a boat, but the tank is going to have to be the next best thing. Everyone was just making up new... Seriously? I mean, I can believe it. I'm just... I don't know. I guess I hadn't really thought about that before. It's kind of crazy, because if you ask me, like, did the Roman Empire get, like, that far in the world? I'd be like, no, they were just, like, in the Mediterranean. But no, they had outposts and stuff down there. It was a pretty big empire. Who knew? You knew the empire was a big empire. I guess it's not like you could just go grab, like, a small piece of land and claim it's an empire. What's that? The Holy Roman Empire? We don't talk about that. Also, I'm trying to remember where we're producing our engines. Right here. Got it. Okay, because I need some of these to make a tank. And then let's go pick up our explosives, which I don't remember. I think I'm producing them up here somewhere. It's been like 2 weeks since we played this, and I don't remember where anything is, so I do apologize. A lot of the stream is going to be me running around trying to find stuff. Actually, you just declare... Oh, no. That is... You know... I made a severe and continuous lapse in judgment. I have reflected deeply on my actions. And anyway, here's Wonderwall. Today's gonna be the day that we're gonna give it back to you, those orphans. I tried getting every apology video trope I could get in there. I fit in the Logan Paul, I made a severe and continuous lapse in judgment. I fit in the little, what do you call it? The little guitar solo they always do. I fit in you can see me, but I would have had it in monochrome lighting. So you know it's serious. Oh, I forgot to do a sigh though. I should have been like, well, you know, because you always got to start with a sigh. I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't do the sigh. I forgot the sigh. I forgot such a core component. I'm a fake apology videoer. I'm so sorry. So I guess you've seen my fake apology video. I need to do better. I made a severe and continuous lapse in finally, okay, they're over here. Again, I'm like, I know I have explosives somewhere. Why do we have so few? I hope this is enough. Oh wait, it's because they're getting dumped in the tank. The tanks are down, or the tanks are down here. Okay, I didn't need to make a new tank. We already had one. He's done it again to have to apologize again. I know. But yeah, Klukai in a couple hours. I'm so excited for that. I hope you are as well, Rocket. I mean, Klukai's not my favorite, but I need to get her so that I can make a Mechi team, because they're both corrosion, and I do think Mechi is my favorite of the characters. So like, I guess by proxy, I'm excited for Klukai, you know what I mean? I hope you're doing good. Welcome in. You're tempted to play PlanetSide 2 again because of you. Really gentle. I mean, I hope you're doing good. Welcome in. They are doing the server merge events, which will probably be pretty big because they're going to be, well, merging the servers. So I imagine if you want to get in kind of some last few big fights and want to, you know, train up and practice a little bit for that, that'd be a good way to do it. Hope you're doing good. Welcome. What have you been up to? Oh, that's actually a good point. I guess I can't ever actually say I'm sorry because that'd be admitting guilt. That's a very good point. Yes, he's coming out next month. It's Mechi, isn't it? Isn't Klukai and then Mechi one right after another? Why is Spanish spoken so fast? I think a lot of languages are spoken really... I think every language is spoken fast. You just don't notice it for your own language. Because I've learned many a language back in my day, and I always feel like they're speaking really fast. But then I'm like, there's no way all of these different languages from all of these different language groups are all happening to speak really fast, right? It's more likely we always speak our native language fast and we don't really notice it. But when we have to talk with other languages, we're like, oh, that's actually really fast. You left the History Naturalis by Pliny the Elder, like ancient Rome version of an encyclopedia, entire section that's just hating on Ethiopians because of ancient racism. Really? Out of curiosity, was it just because Rome was like, oh, they're barbarians? Or was it because they were like, or was it like, oh, they're like uncultured? Like how, I don't want to say how was the racism? That sounds bad, but like, I'm trying, like, because I feel like the Romans, it could be like, they're just like, oh, they're uncultured because they're not us. Or they could be like, oh, they're uncultured because they're not our religion, you know what I mean? Or, oh, they're uncultured because they don't speak our language, right? Like, there's a lot of different ways they could be a little lost in the sauce, if you will. You don't care, you speak slower, you can't understand them. Well, I mean, it's not, I mean, if someone were to go up to you and be like, hey, can you speak English slow? Well, I guess if I was talking to someone I knew that was not an ESL speaker and they're like, hey, can you speak a little slower? I'd probably do it. But I wouldn't expect a native Spanish person to just speak slower because I'm in their presence, you know what I mean? First, yeah, it's 45 and then Roro. Oh, I didn't realize they were releasing 45. I thought they hadn't released her. I thought they hadn't, I thought she was still in NPC jail. Nice. And you speak solely in Morse code, you can assure you it's not that fast. I think it'd be cool to know Morse code. I do know SOS, actually. You guys want to hear SOS? Want to hear SOS in Morse code? It's... pretty cool, right? I know that because back in, what do you call it? Back in middle school, I got this game on my phone. It was like a choose your own adventure game where you were on the Titanic. And basically it was sinking, and one of the mini games you had to do was send out an SOS to the Lucinenta, I think is one of the ships that saved that picked up people off the drowning Titanic. And you had to send an SOS, so I learned SOS in Morse code specifically so I could win that mini game. That game was like $4 on the iPhone store, or on the Apple App Store, and it lasted maybe 20 minutes, and I think it was the worst $4 I've ever spent in my life. It was probably some of the worst money I've ever wasted in my life. I've gotten so many better mobile games for better bang in my buck, you know what I mean? Kind of the uncultured thing going on, but they had more advanced degree racism, stereotypes, that kind of thing. Oh, jeez. That's pretty messed up. I didn't know the Romans were built like that, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Great content, best streamer ever. I know, right? Who said I'm not an I might as well change that category to education with how much knowledge I'm dumping on you guys. I'm basically an educational streamer. Honestly, I was thinking maybe one day it would be fun to do like a linguistics lecture or something, but I remember I asked you guys if that'd be something you're interested in, and I got a resounding no. I got a resounding no from the chat about getting a linguistics lecture. I might do it anyways at some point just because I enjoy it and I think it's fun to teach y'all stuff. But, yeah, as far as becoming an educational streamer, probably not gonna happen. Probably not gonna happen at anytime soon. And then shoot this fella. I didn't realize I had flamethrower ammo. When did I get flamethrower? I guess it got brought in by the bots. Can I hit these guys? Not quite. English is one of the slowest languages in the world, and Spanish is one of the fastest. Really? I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. It's pretty neat. I wonder if maybe if it's because, I wonder if like Romance languages are just faster as well compared to like Germanic languages. Like if Italian is faster in general than like German and English. Or I wonder if it's just specifically the way Spanish develops. It just happens to be a lot faster. Same with kind of, because French felt really fast to me. But again, I thought it was just because I was like, well, I'm learning a new language I don't understand. In ancient times, it didn't matter what you looked like, you could literally own anyone. Yeah, that's true. Because it was ancient times. That was kind of their thing. You might speak Spanish slowly, like you would even understand Spanish slowly. Just, yeah. I think that's cool, though, that she speaks Spanish. I think it's cool knowing another language. I think my biggest regret from, what do you call it? from like when I was back in school. Not, well, I wouldn't say university, because I tried pretty hard in university to learn a second language, and I think I did okay. But especially in like middle and high school, I kind of wish I had actually paid attention to learning like French and all that, because I think it would have been a really neat thing to know going forward as well. Our Spanish teacher speaks to us because you're not the smartest. I will say, it does suck when you're like learning a language and it's like the professor's like, I'm only going to speak to you in that language. But it does genuinely help so much to learn. Like once I started taking classes and it was like, okay, I'm only going to speak to you in this language. You're like, well, how am I going to learn if you're speaking to me in the language I'm learning? But you actually can learn pretty decent, especially because like usually that's not like the intro level class that they're doing that. If it's like you've never seen the language before and they're like, I'm going to teach you the language with the language, that's a little, I don't know. But after like a semester and they're like, okay, I'm going to teach you the language by using the language, then I think that's pretty doable, and honestly, probably the right way to do it. Just because it's just exposure is everything when it comes to learning a language. It's a 50-50? Oh, okay. Also, am I on the... I'm not. We did, I guess it was only, what, the 9 until the 20s, at least in America, that we even passed, like, the 19th Amendment to let women vote. And even then, a lot... I mean, what, women couldn't get a credit card until, like, the 80s or something? So, like... Owned might be a bit of an exaggeration, but in some regards also not. Pretty messed up back in the day. You'd pull it for an hour-long lecture? I appreciate it. I'd have to think about what I'd want to do it on. I mean, there are fun things I could do. I think it'd be cool to teach you guys, like X-bar theory or something, because that can be kind of like made into a game, right? I can make that into a game for you guys. And then it would be like, oh, you know, you learn how to draw the sentence structure trees, and it's not really hard to get your head around, and I think it's pretty neat, especially because I just like syntax. Syntax is definitely it's what I studied the most, and it's also just what I'm passionate about when it comes to linguistics instead of like morphology, because I don't hear so good. So morphology, which requires, you know, being able to hear like differences in like speech and all that, isn't exactly the best choice for me. This is the 21st. Which one is the 21st? I'm gonna be real. I haven't been in government class for a while, so I don't exactly remember which one is which, I'll say. When we're actually cool and racism is bad and then the government killed MLK. Oh, 100%. Actually, didn't they just release like the JFK files or something? Out of curiosity, did we ever find out if the government killed JFK or no? They ever find out, did the CIA kill him, or was it just bad, or did his head just kind of do that? Because, you know, maybe his head just did that, right? Maybe Lee Harvey Oswald just happened to be in the wrong place, wrong time. He was actually just, you know, not actually the shooter. That's my conspiracy theory, that his head just did that at any rate. Killed a lot of people, not that you would know. I know, right? 1 million. Oh, that legalized drinking again? Right. Honestly, it's kind of crazy if you think about it, right? Because the original prohibition... Wait, I forget. Was prohibition an amendment, or was it just a law? Because I was about to say, because I don't actually think prohibition was... Now that I'm thinking about it, I think prohibition might have actually been an amendment itself, and then that's why they had to do another amendment to undo it. You said 1 million beers. Look, I best I can get you is 500 cigarettes, okay? I need to go back and watch The Orville. I watched, like, the first season, and I really liked it. But I need to go back and watch, like, the rest of it, because I've heard nothing but good things. And then I saw that meme pop up, and I'm like, damn, okay, I need to get back into this. You ever think the CIA would actually release those documents? That's true. That's true. If the CIA was actually, like, the CIA would never show them actually doing something bad. Those are just the fake documents. Orville's unironically the best modern Star Trek. I haven't seen enough Star Trek to say whether or not that's the case, Gentle, but I've heard that. I've heard that it is very, very good and feels a lot like what old Star Trek is like. So have you seen all of it then? You will kill me. I'm gonna allow it, because I think it's really funny to allow Automod said the phrase, I will kill you, because, I find it funny when the chat yells at me violently What is this up here? What is this? Oh, this is like a thing. Okay. We're going to set up an oil outpost right here. Let me actually add a tag. Just oil. And I'll do oil outpost. Drop that like right here. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Get some oil wells here. All right, let's go get some more stuff and then make these oil wells oily. You haven't seen the lay stuff, but you've seen a good chunk of the Orville. Okay, nice. That was the 18th. Okay, it was the 18th. Because I was going to say, I'm surprised they need an amendment to overdo what was just like a federal law, but then I was like, well, no, if they need amendment, then it's probably because they made the Prohibition Amendment in the first place. Got I bounce? Have a good night, Flum. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I do apologize for all the late streams, because I know you normally stick around for like the first hour or two and then go to sleep, because very late and eepy for you, so I do appreciate you hanging out, even though it's late. Hope you have a good night. But no, I'm trying to think of like, do you guys know, like, have any recommendations for good modern sci-fi? Because I watched The Expanse. I really like The Expanse. I was like, this is good. But as far as like modern sci-fi is concerned, I can't think of any like modern sci-fi shows that I'm like, oh, this is the next big thing and this is really good. I don't know. I feel like there hasn't been a lot of sci-fi going on lately. Being a goober. Oh, that's cute. I hope he's not being too much of a goober. Like, I can't think of like a big sci-fi show that's come around recently. Because, like, you know, we used to have, like, Stargate and, like, Battlestar Galactica and, like, Firefly. Like, I feel late 90s, early 2000s sci-fi TV shows were pretty big. But now, I can't even really think of any. I will fully admit I haven't, like, looked too hard. But, you know, those were shows that were, like, at least kind of big and, like, in the cultural, like, brain. And now I can't think of anything that has a similar kind of reach. I'm specifically thinking TV shows, though. I mean, there's plenty of sci-fi, like, like, movies and stuff. What do I need? I need steel. Okay, let me grab some steel to finish making these. Let me grab some steel. As funny as the fish alarm would be, let's not activate the fish alarm right now, because my brain will go insane in a not fun way. There's... yeah, I don't know, I can't think of any good sci-fi shows. Or, sorry, yeah, like there's... the last one I can think of really was The Expanse. Also, I'm gonna get some more iron gears real fast just to make more repair kits, because I'm gonna need, well, more repair kits. 500 repair kits, you know what I mean? And then head on down here. Ba-da-bum, 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 bum, 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 bum. Here they are. Although I do need to finish the Firefly movie, because I finished the series, but now there's the Serenity, I think, is the movie. How's it going, Nightmare? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. We are just doing a little bit of Factorio in right now. Having a good time. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Trying to get a little oil outpost set up here. Just because we're currently out of... well, we basically are out of oil for our oil processing. So if I want to keep up all the oil production down here, we're going to need more. Because we only are really pulling from this one yield, which has already been fairly... I think we already depleted over half of it. Actually, because we can actually check. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, that's insane. I thought we'd have 100% each, but I guess we can go below 100% each. Taking a break from Factorio. All good, all good. Out of curiosity, what are you playing in the meantime? Actually, that's a good point. What are you guys like looking at playing games-wise? Because the Steam sale is going on right now. You guys got any cool games? You guys got any games on your PC? You guys pick up anything cool and new? Thruster is interesting. Thruster, cargo bay. Maybe build some thrusters, because if we go up to... I forget, how do I go to space map? Okay, so I know... so we can actually get to Vulcanus, theoretically. We have the McDonald's repair science platform. So we do, in fact, have McDonald's, not at home, but on the platform. What's going on with you? Oh, it just didn't have the materials. So right now, basically, platform goes, grabs whatever from space, and then sends it back down. What I do want to do, I want to send it to Vulcanus. I want to send it to Vulcanus so we can start making cliff explosives, because I want to get a bigger base. I want to get a bigger base. I want to get a better base. How's it going, Assembly? Hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome in. What have you been up to? Had to put him down to get food? Makes sense. Just make sure, you know, he's doesn't roll over or anything. That's like bad for babies to do, right? If I remember correctly. I don't know. I don't know children. Like, we can make like an actual base with like beacons and everything. That'd be cool. Maybe even start getting... Actually, it might be worth getting Assembly Machine 3 production up. Nope, oil first, oil first, oil first. I'm gonna get distracted. I'm gonna distract myself when I don't need to. Mostly playing a bunch of XCOM 2, Minecraft, and Evorion. Ooh, what's Evorion? I don't think I've heard of that game before. Tell me about it. But it do be a dumb mimic. What's wrong with your oil now? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just run out. We're only down to 767%, so I need to I'm setting up another oil outpost up here. Because we're just physically not getting enough raw petroleum in. The oil setup is good. We just need more, you know, getting dumped into it. Where were we making walls earlier? Right here. Let me grab those bad boys. I don't know, I mean, like that many? I have flamethrower turrets. Do I want to use flamethrower turrets or do it? Not really. I'd rather use the laser turrets because they have better range. They have better range, so I'd rather use those. And then we're gonna go right here. Yeah, make some gate recipes. All right. But I hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome in. Yeah, I do apologize. Stream started a bit late. I'm hoping starting next week, once they get a better idea of once my new job gets a better idea of kind of where they want me and when they want me doing stuff, I can at least. I might still stream later, but I can at least tell you guys in advance, hey, I'm gonna have to stream later today, and not be like, okay, I'm actually pushing stream back. You know what I mean? Because that way, at least you guys can prep for it a little better. Babies really like water. That doesn't sound helpful, though, because, like, they're babies. They can't swim. Babies can't swim, right? Probably not. Their little arms and legs are too stubby. Then that you probably shouldn't. You probably should keep them away from that. They cannot? Yeah. It took me a second, but I'm like, nah, there's the dynamics. Like, what kind of thrust can a baby, you know, generate to stay afloat? They don't even have bones. I mean, obviously they have bones, but they're like tiny bones, right? You know what I mean? They just don't have the motor control yet. Oh, really? I would feel like even just in general, like, because their like bones and muscles are still developing, they wouldn't physically have the strength to stay afloat. And it's not just a motor control thing. Although I guess people are just naturally buoyant. That's why if, what do you call it? That's why in like mafia movies or whatever, they always will go and like dump a person like in a river with like, what do you call it? Like cinder blocks and stuff on them, because if they don't, then their body will just float back up to the surface. Like muscles are there, but they need to be trained. Yeah. Awesome. Welcome in, Assembly. You're rich enough to have a pool? Don't worry about it. I just was thinking in general. I mean, what's the phrase? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So I guess that's good advice to not throw a baby in a bath full of water unsupervised. One, you probably shouldn't be throwing babies regardless. That I imagine that's, again, not great for their health. But two, again, then the baby wouldn't be able to swim. I read it. I might not read. I try to read every message out, but I sometimes forget to read them out, Silver. But I do read every message, if that makes. I do read every message. Ooh, I was not paying attention to that train, and that kind of scared the crap out of me. I thought I was about to get run over there. That would, well, it wouldn't be too bad. I don't have that much in the tank right now. I have, what do I have? I'm mostly just waiting for my bots to get back. I have like a couple of, I have like a couple tank shells, and that's really it. If Orion is a space adventure sandbox game, you build your ships in a voxel style and use them to explore, fight, trade, and mine. Whoa, that actually sounds really good. Is it on Steam out of curiosity? I might check that out. When I heard space adventure and design your own ship, I was sold. Those are like the two things that'll always get me to check out a game. Because I really like space, and I'm a sucker for good spaceship designers. I really am. Like, what was it? Like Star Drive? I've been playing that a bit on my own time. I mean, the 4X is fine, but then the ship designer itself is super in-depth and fun to play around with, so I'm like, this is what I'm here for, you know? You know, water up to his stomach. Like in general? I mean, I guess I'm trying to think of like bathtub size. That sounds about right. Guess it really just depends on the size of your bathtub. Let's throw these right here. I'm gonna try to kinda keep them all sorta together. Yeah. So that way it's just easier for me to store their pipes. Easier to store the pipes. There we go. His Gooberness is making random noises. He's not going... Well, that's good. That'd be most unfortunate, if he did perish. Mostly because perishing is generally not good for one's health. Perishing generally has a negative effect on your longevity. Who knew, right? Who knew? And we're gonna go this way and go like right here. And then I'll go like right here and do... I'm just kind of using a combo of undergrounds and regular pipes just so that I can kind of walk around here as needed. Yeah, like so if I need to get through them, I can. It's gonna look a little funky, I'll admit, but we'll just have to deal. We'll just have to deal. And then do a little something like that, and then like that. And then we can actually go across right here. It's on Steam. It's a long game, though. You could easily spend a few hundred hours. Wow. Okay. Yeah, 50% off sounds good. I'll definitely check it out. Is it a newer game? Because I've not heard of it at all. Or is it like a little bit of an older one? So when you say voxel style, that's something like Vintage Story, right? Is that, or do you mean more like Noita type voxel style? I don't, I guess, necessarily know like what the difference is. Like I couldn't explain it. They just look different in my mind. So that's kind of how I imagine them differently, if that makes sense. Do this, and then we're gonna put a pipe to ground right here. Over there. Nice. So that oil's connected. Put them down to give them to your mom. I see. They would not be happy with you too. Yeah, I imagine they wouldn't be. Probably wouldn't be happy to have the baby thrown into bathwater. Because again, we have a literal saying not to do that. I guess that's one of those things where it's like someone probably had to do it once and then we were like, hey, maybe don't. You know how like most OSHA rules are, you see some OSHA rules and you're like, there's no, why would they make this a rule? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And it's like, well, it's probably a rule because someone probably did it, right? You'll have a rule and it's like, oh, you're not allowed to, it's like you're not allowed to be playing Xbox Live Halo matchmaking while on the job. And it's like, why is this a rule? Of course I can't play Xbox Live Halo matchmaking on the job. And then they tell you, well, we had one guy who was really trying to get to Onyx. So then we had to make it a rule that you can't do that. You know what I mean? You have this now. Appreciate it. Thank you for the streak. So how's your current run going in it then, Nightmare? Is it going well? Hope it is. Hope your run is going good in that game. It sounds really fun. I'm definitely gonna check it out now that you've mentioned it. It sounds very cool. I can get all of that. And then I can go right here and get this. I can go right here and get this guy. I'm gonna kinda make like a big old square with them, so that I can get the maximum amount of coverage for my laser turrets. Down in 2020, it's more box grid-based construction. Cool, I like the sound of that. Not productive. Yeah, I would say those aren't productive. Welcome in, Slip. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Welcome in. What do you mean being damaged? Oh, that's you. Okay, I thought for a second that was my tank. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Hold on, let's see how the fight's going. I believe in you. I believe in you, Assembly. Kill them! Kill them all! Don't let them get close. Good job. Very good. Tired? Sorry to hear you're a bit tired. What have you been up to today? I'm guessing tiring work. Well, I hope you're still having a good day regardless. Hope that we can help you have a good time. Where do I want to come in exactly? I guess I could come in like right here. This is a decent enough. There's a decent amount of space there. So we're gonna go like right here. Make it 3 deep. And then... So we are... And then if I go place laser turrets... yeah. So I want it to be 3 deep from the edge for my laser turrets, essentially. Drink the water? Oh, I missed it, sorry. Always waking up in the middle of the night. Oh, that is right. It is the middle of the night, isn't it, for you? I hope I can help you at least have a nice soothing back to sleepness. But if not, yeah, I'm sorry, that's rough to hear. I don't sleep great either, but so I don't really have any good advice. Unfortunately, having better sleep is not one of my strong suits, so I don't have any good advice for that. I'd say keep it up, keep trying your best. Maybe count sheep? Maybe counting sheep is the way to go? I don't know, that seems to be the general consensus when people get EP. Or when the people need to be EP, right? They're like, oh, just count sheep. I don't know why counting sheep... I guess it's more the counting thing, not the... it's more you're counting, not necessarily anything special about sheep. Although they are kind of fluffy, so maybe the idea of like counting a fluffy thing helps. Current run is quite long, you spend most of the time as the resource you need to take a while can acquire. Oh, okay. Out of curiosity, is it kind of like Factorio where it's like where you like set up automation to get resources, or is it a little bit different than that? You'll count birds. Ooh, oh yeah, how are the birds? Are they doing good? Hope they're treating you well. I have a love-hate relationship with birds, as in they love to hate me and I hate them. But I hope yours are being much nicer. I just, what do you call it? I have not had good relationships with the birds, with those of the avian persuasion. Because I've had pet birds before and they hated me. They would fly off. Well, I guess I didn't have them. My family had pet birds. And like, if I entered the room and they were holding the bird, they would fly off the shoulder of whoever was holding them and fly at me to like attack me, like dive bomb me. And, you know, not my favorite way to, you know, get breakfast in the morning. Just like, oh, I'm gonna grab some Cheerios suddenly and attack creatures in my face. Small one didn't really eat well and kept losing weight, but fed her with yogurt and that seemed to help. That's good. I'm glad she's doing better. I do hate birds. Yes, I do hate birds. They are little flying hell spawns, and, what is it? The avian flu? I think that's probably a good thing, actually, because I hate birds and they deserve it. Okay, that sounds kind of bad. That sounds kind of bad. Maybe that's a little bit of an extreme way of phrasing it. But in general, not a fan of birds. You need to go and get personally mine the resources that are hire a captain to do it for you, and then becomes management since you have accrued, since you have to like be able to pay your crew income. Is it kind of like RimWorld style management out of curiosity, where it's like you have like a colony, or is it more just kind of like, oh, you just click a button and they go do stuff for you? Because I do really like RimWorld management style stuff as well. And I really hope that I space this correctly, or I'm gonna lose my mind. Alright, I think I technically did. Whew, nice. Baby is sticking his tongue out at you. You did the same. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I'm sure they're just hanging out. Babies do weird stuff like that. I'm sure he's having a good time. Let's do 1, 2. I was gonna say I didn't move this guy far enough to the side, so I should have a gap of 1 between him and the shadow, like that. And then I go right here, and I have a gap of 1. Actually, that's a really nice kind of metric to be able to figure out what my spacing should look like. He's just vibing. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. I do have to ask though, Slip, what is yogurt? I read that as yogurt, and I'm like, oh, I know what yogurt is, but now I'm reading it back, and you specifically said yogurt. Is that Is that like a special kind of yogurt? I've never heard of that before in my life. I know Go-Gurt, which is like an American thing where it's basically just yogurt, but it's in a tube, so it's like cooler, I guess. It's a yogurt, but in tube, so I guess it's like more interesting for some reason. Okay, just move it up by 1. There we go. And there we go. I guess we could... I'll place some turrets right here, I guess, in case they come in from, like, this direction right here. I don't really need them up top, but it can't hurt to have them. Yogurt? Yeah. Oh, I think different spelling because you're not native English. Oh, I see. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was, like, a spelling thing or there's just, like, it's like a specialty kind of yogurt or something. Because when you brought up the specialty cheese the other day that had, like, lice in it, and I was like, huh, that's kind of cool. So I wasn't sure if it was a situation like that. But that makes sense. That's just a spelling thing. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to go and place... I'm going to go right here. Just place a bunch of these fellas. Just place them like right here. Make sure that I get all this power right here so that I'm actually able to, you know, power these guys. Because I need to be able to power them or else, you know, the turrets won't do their thing, which is mostly shooting bugs. If the turrets aren't shooting bugs, then we have an issue. Since if they're not shooting bugs, that means the bugs are probably going to be attacking me. It's weird, I usually can eat 1K calories in a single meal. I mean, it's not like it's too hard to do, admittably. With, what do you call it? Given, how do I phrase it? Given how calorie dense some of the meals in the world are, specifically the US, it seems, I can see how that can happen. I can maybe figure out how that could be the case. I say as someone who also likes some good old calorie dense meals. That's annoying. What's up? What's up, assembly? What you like right here? Tank died? Ah, crap. Sorry to hear that. There should be a second one at base. If not, I have one in my inventory that I can give you if you need it. I do have one in my inventory I can give to you. Actually, that's a little too close to the edge there. Let's move over this way. Don't worry. Okay. You click a button to go do it for you, but there are nuances for that. Like, you might not have a god mining laser, so it'll take forever, or you'll have a miner that requires further processing yet, which they don't have the command to do, so it's a bunch of, like, macro and stuff. Cool. That sounds pretty fun. Also, welcome in, Philly. Hope you're doing good. Welcome in, Fat. Yeah, kinda. I'm trying to think of, like, a nice way of saying it. But no, some of the meals we have here, they're just kind of fat. Kind of just got a lot of fat in them. I mean, I will say, I've been trying to eat healthier. I think I'm doing a better job. Actually, what I need to do, I think I mentioned it the other day, but I haven't done it yet, is that my Kroger I go to recently started stocking udon noodles, which is really cool because I adore udon. It's my favorite of, like, the Japanese noodle types, right? So I'm like, oh, this is great, but I need to go to like an Asian market. There's one like within an hour drive of me. So I need to go to like an Asian market and get the soup stock for it, like the dashi stock, so that I can start making udon, because I think that'd be really good. Bro, it's just a noodle. Okay, first of all, how dare you? How dare you, Philly? You just don't get it, first of all. I can't help someone who doesn't get it, right? Like, maybe one day you'll understand, but if you don't, then that's not my problem. It's not my problem you don't understand why udon noodles are so good. It really isn't. No, udon is great. It's just good noodles. They're just good noodles, and I like them for that. I hope you're doing good, Philly. What have you been up to? How's the Star Sector been going? I've lurked a couple times. Because you are always up really late when I'm supposed to be asleep. You're one of the few streamers who are always up really late, so I'm like, I'll watch Philly, because you're always doing fun stuff. Ooh, I did not mean to shoot that. Where is my... Okay, my power grid is, like, right here. It's actually not that far. So I'm just gonna kind of go down, like, this way. And I'll just connect it over here. I do need to... The harder bit is gonna be getting the pipes connected. Oh, it's not gonna be hard. It's just gonna be longer, because it's gonna need to be a massive pipe. A massive pipe chain, and I'm gonna need a couple pumps. But overall, it should be fine. And go up here. This will at least get it power, which is what we need. Philly cheesesteak seems so horrible. Philly cheesesteaks are great. What are you talking? I love Philly cheesesteaks. They're so good. Philly Night Boy, what can you say? It's going well. Got a new profile. I did swap it out. It was originally our emote, but I decided to switch it out because it's a good emote, but it's a good emote, but it didn't feel like a good profile pic. But this one felt like it actually, like the style and everything, I feel matches a profile pic pretty well. So I ended up swapping it to this one. Do you like it? Is it cute? Am I cute in the little profile pic? Seems horrible, like, health-wise. I mean, I think anything that is that calorie dense probably isn't great for you health-wise. Yeah, that's true. How many hours of Catboy cosplay did that cost you? I don't know the math off the top of my head, but I'd guess probably around 8. No. I've never done a Catboy cosplay in my life. I've only ever cosplayed once, and it was... I don't even remember who the character was, because it was one of my friends. He was like, oh, we should... Because we were going to a convention together. He was like, oh, we should go as these characters from Haikyuu. I like Haikyuu. I don't really care about it that much. But he was like, we should do it. So I'm like, okay. So I don't remember what it was. I just ordered one off. I just ordered, like, the costume online. That was the Discord kit. If that was the profile pic, you'd make me a Discord kitten. You know, I could make it. But only if you promise. Only if you promise I can be Discord kitten. Because I'm already Komu's Discord kitten, though. Is that a problem? Can I be two people's kittens and make you guys fight for my affections? Or is that too harsh? You can promise? Ah, this is... Alright, best day ever, guys. Best day ever. All kittens have multiple? Good. This is my greatest achievement, by the way, in this run. I'm very proud for the artistic rendition right there. Oh, that's a satellite. That scared the crap out of me. I'm like, what is that? We're gonna get... So we have power here. I need to get a radar here. I need to get a radar, and I need to get the pipes. I have probably enough pipes to get what I need. Let's get some pumps, though, and solar panel? No, I'll just put the pumps... Where can I connect? I guess to petroleum right here. I'm trying to figure out where I can... Okay, I'll probably connect it to from right here moving upwards. Sign of a high quality kitten. It means I'm desirable. I see. Discord kitten chatters first of all, not a femboy. You may have assigned that label to me, but I did not agree to that. So you're incorrect, actually. I diagnosed you with incorrect. Second of all, Discord kitten is only for a very specific subset of people. Okay? Look, sometimes to be a real man, you gotta be a real kitten. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Baby is back. Nice. Oh, well, I hope you're treating him well, like a good older brother. When you get down to brass tacks, those are the same thing, really? Yeah, I would argue the same thing. I think they really are. Well, I don't know. I'd say it's like a Venn diagram with a pretty big overlap, but it's not a requirement, if that makes sense. Like, don't get me wrong. There's definitely overlap there. But how much? Being called away. Oh, good. Thanks for stopping by, Assembly. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Have a great night. I appreciate you killing those bugs for me. Those darn dirty bugs. They were stinking up the place with their stupid bugginess. Alright, so we're gonna go and make the... What do you call it? Gonna make the crude oil production down here. I believe this is connected. Yeah. His pipeline is connected to all the oil refineries, so it should be fine. I do also need to go... I don't like these refineries right here. These refineries are just wasting oil. I could fix their output, but I don't really have the space to fix their output, so we're just gonna have to deal with the inefficiency right now. Gonna be a new coalition leader is the second most evil one they put in the game. Wait, what do you mean by evil? Do you mean like a Sangus Fairy leader, Rocket? Or do you mean like a Paradeus leader? Also, how evil we talking? Like evil evil, or like, oh, she's, you know, or like RPK-16 did nothing wrong kind of evil, you know what I mean? Like evil evil, or like I can forgive it because she's kind of cute evil, right? Venn diagram, but it's only one circle. It's like a Venn diagram, and it initially you're like, oh, this is just a single circle, but it's actually a little bit, it's a little bit more than that. Like there's a little, you know, there's a little bit more going on there. And there's just, it's like a little bit on the edge. You're like, oh wait, this isn't just entirely a circle. Evil evil, it's gray. I don't remember that, I'm sorry. Oh wait, I forget, can I go like bang, bang, and go to like right here? And then I go to this. That's right, I could do everything from the sky. I forgot I can do that. As long as I have the, what do you call it? As long as I have the things here. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that. Man, I forgot that bots are actually super good. I mean, I know they're super good. I just keep forgetting to use them. We go right here. And then we do this. And then we go all the way right here. We do that and that. And maybe we can go all... I guess we're gonna run into the red where we can't see anything, so... Can't really do all that much. I think he's trying to pet you since your hair is so soft. Ah. Kids are funny like that. I'm glad you're being a good older brother, having a good time hanging out with them. Alright, so we get the bots here, and then... Trying to figure out where exactly I need to go. If we go right here... So we need to go, like, over and up. I'm gonna go over and up right here along this line, so I can probably place a pump right about here and keep the... Or probably place a pump right around here, and just keep the oil line, what do you call it? Like, continuous, and then place another pump, like, right here, and then I should be able to make it all the way up here, and I won't need another pump, which will be good. That should be good enough. That's what I'm thinking at any rate. That's what I'm feeling like doing. I don't know, do those of you who actually know how to play Factorio think good plan or bad plan? But I hope you, let's go. I guess we can go like up this way. That's fine. That is a-okay. And go up right here. Nice. We go across right here. There we go. He's attacked the dog now. Oh no, not the dog. Alright, well I'm sure the dog is gonna be nice about it. Dogs generally know when the little kids are being, you know, little kids. I know my dog, when we first got her, back in the day, she was super, super scared. It's probably one of my first memories, because I was, you know, a very small child when we got her. I think it is one of my first memories, is us getting her. And when we got her, she would hide in the laundry room, right? I don't know why, because that's not like where her crate was or anything. I guess she just really liked the laundry room for some reason. So she would always like run and hide in there. So what I would do is I would be hiding outside the laundry room, and I'd wait for her to appear, because she would, you know, because she's like, you know, it's her new home, she's a little nervous, but she was also like, I want to know what's going on, like what's going on with this place. So she'd always sneak out just a little bit, like every once in a while she would go and like poke her head out, and then and then she'd like slowly take a couple steps out, and I'd be behind the corner of like looking at her, and once she would get like a few steps out, I would run forward to try and pet her. She'd like scramble back in the laundry room, and I didn't follow her, because my mom was like, you don't want to stress her out, so don't follow her, follow her into the laundry room. So instead I was like, I can't follow her into the laundry room, that means I must stalk her. That means I must stalk her and wait until she leaves the laundry room, then she is fair game. Then she is fair game for me to pet. Even as a small child, I was trying to find little loopholes so I could pet the new dog, because, you know, new dog is cool. Dog, yeah, she just gets up and walks away. She's left. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How's it going, Inferno? Hope you're doing good. Welcome in. We are just doing some Factorio gaming right now. How are you doing? You can't believe this, you dropped your shake? Oh no. I'm so sorry. Out of curiosity, what kind of shake was it? Because depending on your answer, I might say good riddance. If you say what do you call it? If you say a Frosty, then you actually dodged a bullet. We are real Frosty haters in this chat, and I will not accept otherwise. I will not accept Frosty forgiveness in this chat. You will hate Frosties and you will like it. It was a Shamrock Shake? No. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's actually terrible. That is a loss. That is a... Here, hold on. I've got just the thing for you. Do I have it? No, I forgot. I don't have enough slots to add the 07 emote. This is the best I've got for you. An 07. Rest in peace, soldier. About your dog? Yeah, they just like kind of walk away. Oh, I see. You thought she was abused by her previous owners. I'm sorry to hear that. Sounds like your dog had a rough time a while ago. Yeah, I mean, sometimes dogs are also just a little antisocial, admittedly. I know, what do you call it? I know one of my, I think like extended uncles or something had a dog that they brought to the family reunion that was very, did not like kids. And when you bring that to a family reunion of, you know, a bunch of kids, that isn't exactly the greatest idea. Wasn't the greatest idea he ever had, because the entire time the dog was just, like, mean-mugging everyone, and if they got close, it would, like, snap at them. That one, yeah. Going to get another? Ooh. You know, worth it. I'd say worth it. Look, Shamrock Shakes are too good for this world, and it's worth getting another. What I actually, here's my hot take. It's not my favorite of the shakes, but I do think it's like I think it deserves more credit that people give it. I think the mocha shake from Arby's is really good. The reason why people don't give it credit is because it's Arby's, and Arby's does. I very rarely find people that enjoy Arby's because it's Arby's, but the mocha shake they have is actually really good for some reason. I don't know why. Actually, I'll say it. I'm an Arby's enjoyer. I know Arby's gets a lot of hate. I am an Arby's enjoyer. I'm actually quite a fan. That's it. Have a good night, Silver. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. You're a certified Arby hater? Yeah, I figured. Most people are, Ink Trooper. Most people are. And I don't know why. Like, I don't feel like it's any worse than, like, Burger King or McDonald's. It's worse than, I guess, like, Chick-fil-A. I guess because Arby's is more of a chicken place. I think Arby's is a little bit more of a chicken place than, like, a burger place. And if you're comparing chicken places, it is the worst of the chicken places. But they're also the only place you can get, like, a roast beef sandwich. And I do like me a good roast beef sandwich, you know what I mean? You think you're getting a Frosty tonight? You take that back or I'm gonna have to ban you. You take that back or I'm gonna have to ban you to make it known Frosty enjoyers will not be tolerated in this chat. I cannot allow such horrendous things to be said. I know I like to joke about allowing a lot through the automod, but I'm gonna have to throw Frosty as a banned word. Just get a roast beef sandwich at Publix. Yeah, but Publix roast beef sandwiches are expensive. I do like the roast beef sandwiches from Publix, don't get me wrong, but they're also a lot more expensive. They are a lot more expensive than Arby's, you know what I mean? Because Arby's is, actually, I guess I don't know if Arby's is still cheap. I haven't been to Arby's in like a year, because I don't really eat out all that often. Like, I got to eat maybe once a month or so, because for me, eating out, they're significantly better. Yeah, but it's like, the price is also a lot higher. I guess because for me, it's like, instead of eating out, whenever I get groceries every week, I just get a pub sub, right? I'll just get a Publix sub, and that's my version of eating out. So instead of going to a restaurant, I'll just have a nice sub once a week. And then occasionally I'll be like, you know what? I want to get like Mexican food or something, and then I eat out for real. Oh, that's actually a good point. I always forget whenever I get a pre-made, I just go straight for the Cubans. I always forget to check out their other stuff, but you do make a good point. Actually. I'll have to look for that next time. Actually, I was at Publix earlier today. I got a pub sub today. I did, in fact, today was grocery day. I did, in fact, get a pub sub, and it was great. I was a little sad because the guy who did it, I like to get buffalo sauce on mine, and the guy who made it did not put a lot of sauce. He did not sauce me up. He was a little light on the sauce. And I was a little sad about that, but aside from that, it was a pretty good sub. I also don't know where our pipes are, so I'm just gonna steal the iron and make it the old-fashioned way. Steal the iron, make it the old-fashioned way. That should be enough. Get any pre-made roast beef sub at Publix for 5 or 6? Yeah. Although the Cubans are great. But no, I had a nice Publix trip today. I actually went to Publix and Kroger because I do have the Kroger rewards card, so I get a little bit cheaper. And then whatever they, because for Publix, the only thing that Publix has that I feel Kroger doesn't that I really like is the bread. I think the Publix bakery is leagues better than the Kroger one, at least for my local ones, right? So I'll always, even if I get 90% of my groceries at Kroger, I will then go stop at Publix at least to pick up bread and then to pick up a pub sub as well, because that's like my eating out once a week is I just get a sub while I'm there. Because I mean, it's a better deal than eating out anywhere else, right? You get more for the price. It tastes a lot better than just getting like fast food. It's, you know, just like at a deli counter, so it's not like in a sit down place where you have to like, you know, do a tip or anything like that. It's just, you want a sub, you get a sub. How's it going, Bob? Hope you're doing good. Welcome in. Work trip traded 2 young guys for badasses who are a little older, and the difference is incredible. That's awesome. Heck yeah. I'm glad you're having a really good time with it now. I know it sounded like you're having a little bit of you're struggling a little bit with your work trip, so I'm glad that it's going a lot better for you now. Going to get food into the mailer. Appreciate it. Have a good time getting food. You're gonna have to tell me what you get when you get back. I like knowing what you guys eat, because then I can get inspiration for what I should make. Like for instance, Tano put a really good chicken bake recipe in a while ago, and that was very nice. I've been meaning to make goulash for forever since Ladle told me about it, because it does look really good. I think I'm getting converted into enjoying goulash once I actually. Why is this here? I guess this is probably from a blueprint or something that just never got finished. Interesting. We're gonna go up this way, and then I guess we're kind of waiting on the pipes to get made. The main problem with pipe to grounds, they take forever to make because I have to make regular pipes first. Regular pipes, again, take time to make, so we're gonna head up here in the meantime, because we got piped all the way up to here. So we're like right here. I'd say we're probably like a quarter away, maybe a third if I want to be on the conservative side with that estimate, so we should be fine. We should have enough pipes to grounds to get this made. And then, but yeah, we're gonna go up here. I want to get a, what do you call it? I do want to get a radar up here so that I can always be looking up here, since it is going to be an oil field. It's going to be generating pollution, and if it's generating pollution, we're going to have bugs spawning, especially since it's a little bit farther away from our main base. So I want to make sure that we're able to easily, you know, just always have eyes on it. We do have, I mean, if we run up here, this will show me if I get all the turrets up and running. Okay, all the turrets are up and running. Nice. Yeah, these guys are just filling the pipes right now. They're not actually doing anything, which is fine. Which is fine. I'll throw this down right here, and then it'll actually explore and show us some of this area over here. So I'm wondering, because here's the thing, uranium right here, uranium right here. We actually have a lot of uranium near us. 4.5, that's really good. We already have 2.9. I'm just wondering what we should do. I think once we get this, we're going to try Vulcanus. I think we're going to try Vulcanus. Because I want cliff explosives. I want cliff explosives so we can make like a base and not have to worry about, what do you call it? And not have to worry about running into cliffs and maneuvering around them. That would just make things so much easier. So it needs explosives, barrels, calcite, and grenade. I'm assuming calcite is on, assuming that's something I can find on Vulcanus. So if I go to the map, if I go to the space map, I go to space map, Vulcanus. Yeah, I do see calcite there. Day-night. Jeez, that is a fast day-night cycle. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Yeah, this one is 7. This one is 3. I don't know about Gleba yet. Oh, no, I do. So I guess I know what the planets are like. I just can't get to them yet. Okay. I think there's a bigger... I think there's more planets. I just don't know where they are because I'm 90% sure there's more to land on than these. I remember seeing in the encyclopedia. Although looking at this here, so solar powered atmosphere 400%. So I'm guessing what we want to do with this place is we want to get probably use solar power for most of it because we get 4 times as much. Which is that why you guys set up the solar panel production? Down here, that's getting the, what do you call it? Yeah, like all this right here, that's making all the nice solar panels. I don't know where they're going, but regardless, we have good solar panel production, so if we need to, we can kind of just drop them and make a base on Vulcanus. To get to Vulcanus, though, we are gonna need what? Metallic asteroid crushing. Carbonic asteroid thruster field. Okay, so for thruster fields, we need... If we want to get if we want to move to other places, we have to get thrusters. Excuse me, I took a drink of water there. And if we want to accept our thrusters, we have to use fuel or oxidizer. Looking at this... Okay, so it has to be crafted in space. I wonder if I can ship water up. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to, right? Because otherwise, how am I gonna actually craft it? Unless if I go to the space platform. So the collector will collect small asteroids, was broken up into chunks. Okay, so this collects the asteroids. And then... these bits, like, what is this? Is this water right here? It looks like it's water. Output full. Output full? That doesn't sound right. Shouldn't it be empty because I'm processing all this? If I look at this, I'm assuming some of this is like frozen water and stuff. Are we making... Oh no, these are set to be upgraded to assembly 3s. Got it. Oh, I see. This is set to collect water, maybe? There's some kind of filter on it. Asteroid chunk, oxide asteroid chunk. So we want to only collect oxide asteroids, I suppose? Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me, I apologize. That is very gross to hear. Sorry you guys had to hear that. And we have solar panels. Okay. I mean, I can... I do wonder if I go to right here and go to... Where is my assembly 3s? Take some assembly 3s as well. Oh, jeez, that's a lot of materials. Never mind. I'm gonna... Once we get this set up, I think I'm gonna try and automate assembly 3 production. You get water from the ice using a chem plant. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm wondering if... I think as much as I want to be on to get to Vulcanus, I think for today I'll leave that up to Alsora because they were the one doing the space stuff. This also any reminder everyone, community server, so if you want to pop on in, feel free. Oh, excuse me, hiccups again. Because I know they were working on that. I don't want to mess up their space platform or anything. So what we can do is prep down here. If we get assembly 3s up, that would actually help us a ton. Because that's basically a 33% research speed, or production speed bonus on everything. So for that, I need assembly 2s and speed modules. Assembly 2s require assembly 1s, gears, steel, and electronic circuits. So basically I just need iron plates, gears, electronic circuits, steel, and then speed modules. Speed is a speed 2? No, it's just speed 1s. Speed 1s are just electronic circuits and advanced circuits. That's not too bad. Actually, getting an automated sub for assembly 3s doesn't seem too much of a problem. Nice, okay. We do have all science types now, I believe, right? Did we get all 6 sciences? Or are we missing? We are still missing yellow science. We are still missing yellow science, which is a bummer. Tungsten. Oh yeah, so these are Fulgora. These are Fulgora things. We could do I guess we could do insert capacity bonus. And then we could do braking force so our trains move faster. Lab research speed is cool. Trying to find things we can do. I mean, steel plate productivity. What is this? Interesting. I don't remember this. I guess do that. Oh, that's just an infinite research. Let's maybe not do these infinite researches for now, just because they are gonna take a lot of resources that I'd rather save. Maybe I start doing yellow science production, actually, once I get this set up. Once I get this whole place set up, right? Because then for yellow science, I need processing units, flying robot frames, and low-density structures. I already have processing units, flying robot frames. I think I have everything set on the main bus, except for electronic engines, which I can get pretty easily. And then the low-density structures, which also I can get pretty easily off the main bus. You get wafer... Okay, yeah. So we should be... I think we're actually pretty close. I guess the only problem is the amount of low-density structures. Because right now, our problem is that we don't have all that many we don't have all that many, what do you call it? Sorry, processing units, not low-density structures. We don't have all that many processing units being made, and most of them are going straight into making like rocket fuel and the like, so that we can actually get to and from space for that space science. So I'm gonna need to expand circuit production. That's what I was trying to remember why I needed to expand circuit production, and that was why. Because if I didn't, then we wouldn't be able to actually make the stuff we want to make, which is the nice new sciences. And I have messed up a little bit. No, I haven't, hopefully. Hopefully I haven't messed up too bad, because I just need a couple of regular pipes. I just need a couple regular pipes, so that way I can actually do these turns. Because otherwise, I can't turn, because you can't turn with a pipe to ground. That's why it's a pipe to ground. So then we go right here. I think we should have enough. I don't think we're gonna make 9 turns before we get all the way up there. But nah, this should be more than enough to get us where we need to be without running out of pipes or anything. I say hopefully. I say hopefully. Let's go right here. Cliff is in the way. Okay, in that case, gonna go right here. Kind of just going next to the cliff, and then we're gonna take a bit of a right. Bit of a right here. We're gonna go pretty straight, because again, I can't really do these sort of curves that, I can try kind of making a Z shape. Again, I'm just worried I'm gonna run out of regular pipes and have to run all the way back to the main base to get more, which would just take a bunch of time that I don't feel like spending. So we're gonna go up here. Okay. We're gonna go up here a little bit more, then we'll make one final right. Okay, so we are a little bit too far right now, which is fine, because this is the perfect place right here to place another pump. So we're gonna go grab this guy. Throw this guy right here. Throw down a... Can I reach? I guess I'll reach with this guy. Throw down this guy right here. Throw this on, and what do you know? No longer have any piping issues. Yeah, that was a while without a pump, so I figured we were either gonna cut it close or have to use a pipe to ground kind of close to the, or use a pump pretty close to the actual thing. So, almost got away without having to use another pump, but it's fine. I mean, it's basically just attached to our regular power grid. It's not like we're really losing any... It's not like we're really losing any, I guess, efficiency or anything by having to, like, make an entire separate power line or something for it. Nothing like that. We're gonna do this. Gonna go down here and just get this directly into the pump down this way. And that actually lines up, I think, just about perfectly. Does it actually? Hold on. Did that actually line up, like, right where I wanted it to? Oh my goodness, it did. And that should solve our oil problems. That should solve our oil problems. Or at least temporarily. I mean, eventually this oil will also run out. And we can see here. Actually, I should get productivity modules on all these guys, just for the extra oil. Let's see. Productivity 2s. They take a while. I got regular ones. Man, I want to do the better ones because it's 50% more. But I don't really have enough. So we'll make all these. Make all this real fast while we head back down this way and get started working on the yellow science. Because with the yellow science, we get... What do we get from yellow science that I want? Laser shooting speed. That's actually pretty nice. That's a good increase just because, yeah, 40% increase is insane. Let's see. Refined flammables, also very nice. Stronger explosives is great. Laser weapon damage is great. Pretty much all of these are fantastic for just killing bugs. Worker robot speed flying is also very, very good because the faster our little guys move, the faster they can build stuff for us. Military 4 is interesting. I don't really think I've used much of cluster grenades and piercing shotgun shells. And then the bigger battery is also nice just so we can store more power. I'll NQ another inserter capacity bonus. I'll NQ pretty much everything I can up to this because, what do you call it? Max level inserters being able to move everything is really good. Because, yeah, like right now, like in bulk inserters and stack inserters can move a ton. But allowing our non-bulk inserters to move, I think, 3 objects at a time would be super great. Because that's basically equivalent to what a bulk inserter is right now. I guess for larger areas, we would still need the bulk inserter just to move stuff along faster, but we're getting there. Although, I'm just trying to think if I want yellow science first, or if I want automated, automated assembly 3s. I'm actually going to go for automated assembly 3s. Reason being, right now, I do not produce enough of the, processing units to, really just circuits in general, to effectively supply the yellow signs I would need. If I go and I set up automated assembly 3s, though, and start replacing my circuits with those, I should be able to then produce enough circuits with that, because that basically gets me a 33% bonus in the amount of circuits I'm producing. And that should get me enough to actually be able to use these, or to be able to like use processing units in more than just getting us to space, right? That's the goal. So that's what we're gonna aim for. Yeah, that's a good goal to have today. After all that, I think that's the best way to get more, other than just mass producing more circuits, which isn't necessarily a bad idea. Alright, so what do I need? I need... Let's see. I guess we're gonna have to do some math here. Okay, so let's say I want to make one assembling machine 3 a second. So input-wise, I'm gonna bring up a notepad here so I can actually see what I need for this. So I make 1 per second, so I make 2 per second. So let's just say I want 1 set of assembling machine 3s, you know, assembling, right? So that means I need 4 assembly 2, and then I need 8 speed 2 per second. Okay, so let's first look at assembly 2s. Assembly 2s require all of these. So assembly 2s are made at the same speed as assembly 3s. So that leads to needing, let's see, I need 4. So I need 4 assembly 2s. I need 4 assembly 2s. And then from there, I need one, which means I also need 4 assembly ones. 4 assembly ones. Okay. So, we have that. Now, speed modules. Speed module requires... Oh, that just requires electronics. However, this takes 15 seconds to craft. So... I need 4. I need 8 per second. Oh, I'm starting to see where the hang-up is for making assembly 3s. If I want 1 per second, we're gonna be absolutely grinding through these speed modules, huh? Okay. So if I want speed modules, I make 1 every 15 seconds. So if it's 1 every 15 seconds, I need 8. So, okay. The ratio is going to be 1 over 15 is equal to x over 8. So, no, it's going to be, and then it'd be 8 over x. Which means, if I want to get, which means x equals 40. Oh, that's a lot of speed modules. That's a lot of speed module production. I tell you what, that is, my goodness. We, need a lot of these guys. Okay, maybe I don't aim for max efficiency here. Maybe I don't aim for always having it be full. Well, I mean, speed modules themselves aren't that expensive. They're 5 advanced circuits and 5 electronic. That's not that bad. I think I have enough to support that, actually. It's not, I mean, if I'm just... Not really. I guess if I'm just worried about space, I can just clear this out and then build it in. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. So we need, in total, around 50-ish assembling machines for this, which is fine. I have plenty. I have more than enough for that. Actually, let me go down here and check. In the meantime, just see if how our oil production is looking now that I have this extra set of oil coming in. Now that I have this extra set of oil, I'm hoping we won't be having slowdowns. We might still, just because it is... We are using a lot of oil around this base, a lot of petroleum, so it might still be running low, but it'll have to do. Alright, so if we go, like, right here... Yeah, okay, so we have an excess, so that's fine. One thing I will say is when it comes to advanced circuits, I mean, I guess I'm just physically not producing all that many, huh? Guess I just need to produce more. Okay. What I can do... Speed modules... What I can do and what I am going to do... I'm gonna manually replace these guys right here with assembly 3s. Gonna manually replace them. So that way... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I need double what I'm currently making. Manually replace them. That way I can go and just at least ensure that these advanced circuits are producing kind of on all cylinders, I guess. That makes sense. Because right now I really just need these guys to go into overdrive. For these circuits up here, I can just plop down more and spam them. It's not that hard. But for the... Well, actually, maybe I could just make more red circuits, right? Trying to think now, actually. Trying to think now. So we're gonna stop that for now. Because... I'm thinking, okay, hear me out, right? If I have all this excess... Well, because before I mathed it out, right? I mathed it out. You have your shake? Heck, yeah, how is it? I'm glad it's good. I hope it wasn't too long of a drive. It's unfortunate that you dropped your previous one. Out of curiosity, did you tell them, like, look, I dropped it, I'm sorry, can I get another one? Because well, actually, they probably didn't even notice. I'd be like, man, that guy must have really liked the Shamrock Shake. He just got one like 30 minutes ago, and he's already back for more. Trying to figure out how... All right, I'll just ignore this for now. Ignore this, I'm trying to take on like 80 different projects at once. You just got another? Yeah, there you go. Like $8 ain't bad. $8 for just a shake? I don't know, that sounds... I mean, for an $8, I could buy an entire pint of ice cream. You know, probably an entire gallon if it's like Bluebell, you know what I mean? Although there is something just, you know, feels a little extra special about a shake. That is something to consider at the very least. Okay. Are we actually producing blues, out of curiosity? Oh, we are. How much do we have in the chest? I wish I could see, like, what the entire logistic system has. Still very cool. Still very, very cool. We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna start making what we need. So, big thing is gonna be grabbing right here, just to be extending a lot. Extend out to like right here, because I'm going to be building all in this area. Be building all in this area. Actually, use some grenades. Use just a couple grenades. Do a little deforestation. Nothing. Well, actually, I don't know how crazy you consider crazy. It's just some light deforesting. You know what I mean? I am a little. Well, I'm not really limiting grenades. If I run out, I'll just go pick up some more. I'm sure I can find them somewhere around here. The shake alone, if you ever get it with a meal, it's like $3. That's true. That's true. That's a good point. When you have it with like a meal or whatever, then it's just kind of a small add-on. I guess because they probably don't usually have like you just getting the shake on its own. I mean, it's not like it costs that much to make a I guess they're like, if you're gonna get a shake on your own, we don't have to worry about markup because you're gonna want the shake. You're already guaranteed to want the shake, so we don't have to worry about having a good deal, you know what I mean? Oh, I guess I missed it, but happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. It was, what, 2 days ago? Kinda missed it, but, if you know, cause I was like, wait, why is he getting a Shamrock Shake? All right, St. Patrick's Day. I guess it was the season. Although, here's my opinion. It's probably just sacrificing a full meal. Probably, yeah. And it's not a bad idea. My controversial opinion, actually. I have a controversial opinion regarding this. I think specialty, like, themed items should be available year-round. I understand that diminishes, like, their uniqueness, but it's like... I hate it when it's like, oh, is this thing available? No. Why? Well, it's not the season for it. Like... No, that doesn't make sense. Just let me buy the thing. Yeah, exactly, they should. It's open all month. Yeah, exactly. Like, why? Especially, like, if it's a really popular item, like, for something like a Shamrock Shake, like, I guarantee you, people aren't buying it just because it's St. Patrick's Day. They're buying it because they enjoy the Shamrock Shake, right? If you sell the Shamrock Shake year-round, yeah, I'm sure you might have slightly lower sales because there is a little bit of FOMO when it comes to, like, you know, for a limited time item, but over the course of the entire year, you'd make so much more. I always get so confused why companies are like, all right, we have this really cool hit item everyone loves, make it limited time. Like, what are you guys doing? Stop that. Don't do that. I want to be full consumer right now. Let me buy your limited time items for full time. And I mean I will say, I mean specifically in the context of food. I think limited time items in other industries makes, well, I guess it makes sense in the sense of like, I see why they do that. I still kind of am like, you know, like for like limited time trading cards or something for like trading card games. I'm like, I mean, it'd be kind of cool if it were available year round, but I understand that's sort of like a core part of the business model is making them limited time. So it's whatever. But for food, definitely should always be around. 100% should always be. I don't know what's happening here. trying to understand how... Trying to understand how all of this is coming together here. And let's do this. Actually, I just need to go and upgrade all of this, don't I? I just need to go and upgrade all these tracks, because right now we have a bit of a... I guess... I haven't really noticed a slowdown, but we theoretically do have a slowdown for some of these later areas because we are using the yellow belt still. They make any popular loan type food at full time if it makes enough money. Like, that just seems like good business sense to me. Why would you not do that, right? Ed literally thinks food comes from a grocery store. That's crazy. I know food doesn't just come from a grocery store. I know that. I know that, obviously. Oh, wait. Wait, I think I got confused by your statement there, Philly. What do you mean? I mean, I know food has to come from... I know the grocery store isn't just going out back to the food store and yoinking up a bunch of, yoinking a Shamrock Shake out of thin air, right? Kind of cool if they did. But I hope you're doing good. Yeah. And then... Yeah, so I'm all out of red. Let's go to the red belts, get more red belts. I'm probably gonna run out of red belts by the time I'm done. Yeah. There's no... Well, maybe... is there a button in this game to just upgrade out of curiosity? To just be like, upgrade everything in here a tier? If that makes sense. So I could go to like... Blueprint. There's gotta be, right? There's gotta be. Click on you. Alright, get deleted. That's it, you're looking at a home recipe for a Shamrock Shake? That's actually a pretty good idea. I'm sure it's been made before. There's no way it hasn't been. So, if I upgrade... Can I upgrade, like, all of this? And then my bots... Okay, my bots will do it. Oh, all of these bots are gonna do it. Okay, so this is, like, way faster. This is, like, way faster. Than me manually trying to place all these down. Actually, I didn't even realize we have a decent amount of blue stuff in here. Very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, let me just upgrade all this then. It's commentary on the nature of belief that food itself isn't seasonal, which it is. Oh, I see. I mean, I know food itself is seasonal. I guess I'm thinking in terms of, like... I guess I'm thinking in terms of, like, if a company makes, like, a seasonal food item, it's like I'm sure McDonald's can source whatever seasonal food item from wherever it is at any time, you know? I do not feel McDonald's is held back by such limitations. Alright, I think that's... almost all the reds. I guess we'll just have a couple random blues interspaced. I don't really care if we have random blues interspaced. I just want to make sure I get all this upgraded to at least a red belt tier, because that way, what do you call it? Because that way I will know any production that I have moving along will in fact be filled. Because, like, see, like, right here, how we have this really big slowdown? That is bad, and I don't want that to happen. I mean, granted, we have a slowdown, because we just don't have enough red circuits, but you get the idea. And what I can do is I can go to... and actually go down, like, right here. To this provider chest. Do I have a provider chest? Provider chest. And I can dump in most of these. I'll keep, like, 200 on me. And they should, yeah, they're gonna take all from here. And then start placing it down. Think about what companies want if you find the answer as to why they don't. They love money. Yeah, like, I understand. I don't know, because it's like, in my mind, I'm like, it's gotta be easier, though. Like, you've gotta make more money by having a seasonal item everyone loves year-round than you do by not having it year-round, right? Like, that just makes more sense to me. Is this going the right way? I think it is. Actually, I guess I should just hit it with the upgrade. Guess I should just hit it with the upgrade there. Could I be a little bit more discerning with these upgrades? Yes. Do I care? Not especially. Not especially. Then it's not a seasonal item? No, that's what I'm saying is, I don't think seasonal items should exist for food companies as, like, a food thing. So when I mean, okay, like I understand foods grow in season. That's not what I'm like talking about though. I'm talking about something like the Shamrock Shake, right? Where it's like, it can be made at any time. It can be made at any time, but they choose to make it seasonal because they want it to be like exclusive to a certain time of year. Even though it's really good, and I think it would always sell. Get rid of these. I don't need these anymore. Okay. So that's good. How are we doing? We almost have the speed units, which is nice. Do we? I'm trying to look in my hotbar and I'm not seeing them. I guess we do, because these are about to be made. All right, well, we're gonna head up this way. We're gonna head over here. I'll just drop these 12 assembly 3s in here. That should speed up our assembly of the red circuits, which we desperately need. You say seasonal items, you want Shamrock Shake all year round? Exactly. Exactly. It's what the people crave. It's what the people want, and they are denying us this. Oh, and 4 modules? I wonder if production modules are the way to go with these guys. How hard would it be to get productivity 3s? Really, any productivity 2 isn't that bad. It's basically just the productivity 3, or the previous tier, plus processing units. They don't, as that seasonal items aren't profitable. They lose money on them. Really? Really? That just doesn't seem right to me. I feel like a seasonal item would be super profitable. Yeah, so this guy down here is almost 50% faster, which is insane. Which is insane. So I want to get all these built up. They just sell them to get people into the store. Really? I mean, it makes sense. I guess that makes sense. So the item itself isn't profitable, and that's just what gets them there to then have them buy something that is. Huh. I guess we can get these braking forces. It'll just let the trains go faster. I don't care about these. I'd rather save the science. And then we have all this cool stuff for other planets that I don't care about. All this cool stuff for other planets that I do not give a crap about. Alright, I mean, I guess at the moment, I'm not really pumping out a lot of processing units, so it's not really that big of a problem if I use most of my advanced and green circuits on speed units. And I'm not really, well, 40... So let's see, that's 40 times 5 is 200. 200 divided by 15. What's 200 divided by 15? Calculator. It's probably like 20 something. 200 divided by probably 20, 15. Actually, it's like 15, 13. So that's 13 per second being used. That's a lot, admittably. That's what the video said, so don't quote you on that. Oh, okay, I see. Gotta make sure you keep a degree of separation in case that's just wrong. No, that's fair. I do the exact same thing. I'll just be like, you know, I think I saw this as the reason why this thing is, but if I'm completely wrong, I had nothing to do with it. Just ignore me. That is A-okay. Like, we have, these are quality modules, right? We have the rare quality, so it adds 1.6. So this makes these better, I guess. And I guess we could make these produce... If I made these with the ones, then I could get... I think the main benefit of the assembly... The main benefit of the assembly 3s, honestly, seems to be the extra module slots. Having 4 module slots is actually huge. We also have the beacon right here, which can stack. I don't know if I'd want... I don't know how good this is, though. I don't know if this is... I mean, because it says that they stack with diminishing returns, so I don't know if it's better to just have a bunch of modules in, or just better to ignore it entirely. Probably the way to do it would be to throw, like, a quality module on a beacon, and then... Or throw, like, a productivity module on a beacon, and then, like, a speed module on the individual thing, or something like that. So that way you kind of get the best of both worlds. That would be my guess as to kind of how it's supposed to be done. We're gonna go right here. Gonna go right here. do a little under so that I don't accidentally put plastic on the battery line. So I do not want to put plastic on the battery line. Then move the battery line out here. This should be far enough out to where I can make all of what I need to make. And there we go. Nice. Alright, and then we have bricks, coal, and steel. Alright, let me go pick up some more red belts. And then I can start building down here with to get our Assembly 3 production up. Assembly 3, because it's like, yeah, I don't, 13 per second. If I want 13 per second of these guys, I'm producing 0.2 per second with a single assembly machine. So if I want 13 per second with a single Assembly 3, so 5, I would need 5 of these. 5 times 13 is... 5 times 13 is 65. I would need 65 Assembly 3s just producing red circuits. Okay, yeah, we're not going for a peak efficiency on this Assembly 3 production because I'm probably just going to drop it and forget about it anyways. And then come back in like 5 hours and be like, oh, I can now upgrade all my assembling machines. You know, that type of thing. So maybe instead we aim for... I think I can't get around it. I was really just trying to build these up so I could get around having to add more production, more circuit production, but I don't think I can get around it. I think I'm just going to have to add another stack of it, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I think like right here. I could make productivity honestly, regular setting up some just productivity module production would maybe be nice just so I could start sticking them in all these things. Right. Well, these are coal. Oh, that's right, because I didn't have electronic furnaces for this yet when I made this. Yeah, I think it'll be... Alright, so let's look at all of our copper. I mean, we're not running out of copper. If that, like, we're not struggling to move enough copper down the belt, right? So maybe we just do another 3 furnace stacks. Do another 3 furnace stacks over here and just pump out a bunch more copper wire and see if we can double our overall production. I don't really need to actually I don't really need production for these green circuits. I already have more than enough for this. I think green circuit production is fine, looking at this. It's really red circuits that I need. It's really just a massive amount of red circuits for whatever it is that I'm currently trying to make. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. So let's go over... Let's figure out where I want to build this. Also, what do red circuits require again? Red circuits require... plastic, copper, cable, and electronic circuits. Okay. I had some math for this when I made these guys. I don't remember what the math is, unfortunately. So I'll probably make it down like over here. Make a furnace stack, maybe? I can make a furnace stack. I could split right here, move some of the copper over this way. And then, move some of the copper over this way, and then have a furnace stack right here. So, how fast do I make a copper plate? I can make a copper plate in 3.2 seconds. A copper electronic circuit requires 3 copper cable. A copper cable requires 1 copper plate. So, in order... Oh, sorry, but I get 2 copper cables out of this. That's right, that's my 2 to 3 ratio. So, if I have... Sorry, 3 to 2, not 2 to 3. So, I have 1 copper plate and half a second. So I need 3 of these. So let's say I need 3 copper plates, which requires how many furnaces? A steel furnace can craft at a crafting speed of 2, so it is doubled. double the crafting speed. So that's 1.6 seconds. So that essentially comes down to one furnace is 1.6 seconds. So 3 copper plates. I need essentially 3 for I would need 9 furnaces? That can't be right. Something I need 9 furnaces to keep up the production of 1 set of copper wire. There's no way. Well, I don't know. I've got a lot of furnaces here. Got a lot of furnaces, and maybe that is right. Maybe that is the right ratio. I'm trying to think. We've got ourselves a little bit of a conundrum. Little bit of a conundrum here. Okay. So I need 3 copper plates in 0.5 seconds. So, okay, so divide, so 0.5 seconds. So it takes 1 furnace. Right. Oh, but this is, okay, but this is for an entire set. This is not just for 1 copper wire. This is for 2 of green circuits. That's right. Okay. So if I need 3 copper plates in half a second and 1 furnace lasts, 1 furnace takes 1.6 seconds to produce, then what that means is I would need 3 furnaces to get 1 copper plate a second. Technically 4. So let's just round that up and say 10 furnaces gets me 2 electronic assemblers. And that's per second. 2 electronic assemblers. Yes. And that can supply the electronic assemblers. And then the electronic assemblers will be producing 2 circuits per second. Which means a single green producer, 1 green circuit can supply 6 advanced circuits. 1 green circuit, so 1 green circuit goes into 6 red circuits. Okay, so, and then we have the copper wire though. And then if we just want pure copper wire, or copper cable, sorry. So I can get, in 1 second, I get enough. So it takes, so that's basically 1 copper cable every 0.25 seconds. Which means I can craft all the copper cable I need for the advanced circuit in 1 second. So that also is 1 copper cable assembler is also to 6 red circuits. I'm not going to care about plastic. I'm just going to assume plastic is constant because I have a bunch of it being made, and if I don't have enough, I'll add more. If I don't have enough plastic, I'll just add more. That's really the only way I can do it. And if I want to do the math, I get 1 plastic every half second. Okay, so yeah, 1%. So 1 plastic production is 6 advanced circuits. So actually, all of these inputs, which that's interesting. I didn't notice that before. 1 plastic assembler goes to 6 red circuits. Assemblers. Okay, so what that means is for every 5 furnaces, I can produce 3 red circuits. Or I can assemble 3 red circuits. However, I also need the cables. So let's throw that up to... let's throw that up onto an extra. So let's say for every 6 furnaces... 6 furnaces... I can get 3 red circuits assemblers. I'm very glad you guys can't see this notepad because I am butchering my spelling. I am absolutely butchering my spelling right now, and it does not look good. I tell you what. I tell you what. All right. And what I think I'll do... I think I'll do this next time. I think this is going to be a pretty big project. I know it's been a pretty short stream. I'm a little tired today. I do apologize for the late starts. It's rough because it's like I don't want to keep streaming as late as I have been, except for like on weekends, because I'm trying to get back on a regular sleep schedule. But when I have to start stream super late, that means the streams end up being really short. Tomorrow's stream should be nice and long and like a regular time. So I think I'm gonna call it here if that's all right with y'all. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. I do like playing Factorio. I might mess around on the server a little bit on my own just to... I'll probably mess around on that single player save we had a while back on my own just to try and get a feel for things and maybe set up some nice blueprints I can take in here and show off. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you all tomorrow for... What are we doing tomorrow? Oh, let me get the links in there as well. So... outro time. Hi, my name is Chatters. I stream video games. If you enjoy hanging out while I stream, please feel free to follow. If not, totally cool. Just thanks for being here and hanging out. I have a ton of fun playing games on my own, but when I get split with all of you guys, I have way more fun. Aside from that, there's a couple links down below you may find interesting. First is the Discord. Pretty standard for a Discord, send out ping when I go live. Have a weekly schedule, and there are tons of fun and super cool stuff, so I highly recommend. Aside from that, we also have the Discord, we also have a Twitter. Pretty much just post VODs and stuff on there. Sorry, announcements on there. So if you're wondering about stream stuff, like announcements, like if I have to delay stream or something, that'll be on the Twitter as well as the Discord. Finally, there is also the YouTube. I post VODs on there. I'm working on getting VODs on there. I'm hopefully going to get VODs on there more consistently. And yeah, I apologize for the really short stream today. Like I said, I'm just trying to get back on a regular sleep schedule, which means really having to stop streaming by around 10:30, 11-ish, just because, you know, I still have to like eat dinner and all that. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I had a ton of fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow for... it says Soul Ash. I might swap out Soul Ash for Noble Fates just because we didn't get to do it yesterday. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. That's a great reason to be in the Discord. That'll keep you updated. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye, bye-bye, goodbye, bye-bye.